Kutztown University Student Services Incorporated, KUR staff and management, or other affiliated organizations.
Kutztown Live. Kutztown University Campus's campus and community interest radio magazine. You can call Kutztown Live at 610-683-4859. And now, your host for Kutztown Live, Juliana Jablonski.
Good afternoon and welcome to Kutztown Live, Kutztown University's campus and community talk show. I'm your host, Juliana Jablonski, along with my co-host, George Fladeland, joining us here this afternoon.
How we doing, Juliana? It's a
good
pleasure to be here.
Good. It's doing good. Last week, we spoke to Lori D'Onofrio Galli from the Northeast Berks Chamber of Commerce. She is here every other week to keep us up to date about all of the things going on inside the chamber, and as always, she brings along with her a special guest, and last week she brought along Richard P. McFeely of Richard P. McFeely Agency in Flying Hills. Last week we also spoke to Deja from the community outreach here on campus, and Christina and Rihanna from her campus here on Kutztown's campus. Today we will be speaking to Ben Wynn, the president of Actors Creating Theater, and then later on we will be hearing from Kyrie, the president of the NAACP here on Kutztown's campus. Currently here with us now in the studio is Ben Wynn. Hello and welcome to Kutztown Live.
Hi there, glad to be here.
Well, do you want to start off by telling us a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Well, my name is Ben Wynn. I'm the president of Actors Creating Theater here on campus. We are a full-service theater company on Kutztown's campus. We do a little bit of everything, plays, cabarets, 10-minute play festivals, sort of musicals. We just try to give a home for, people with the theater bug,
Mm-hmm. All right, and was there recently a play that just happened?
There was. This past Friday and Saturday, we performed our first intensive show, which takes place over the course of 5 weeks. We did Oscar Wilde's The Importance of Being Earnest.
Okay, and where do you perform this?
We performed this in the Little Theater of Schaefer Auditorium. We do a number of shows in there, mostly our spring plays we will perform in there. Our musicals we will do in the large auditorium at Schaefer. But sometimes, we've done shows outdoors, we've done them in classrooms, wherever we can get an audience that will be seated in a way that they'll be able to really enjoy the show. Depending on what the show is, we'll go for that.
And you said there's a couple upcoming plays and musicals that are to come in the future?
Yes. We will be performing another 5-week intensive coming up very shortly called The Briefcase. It's a student-written play. Auditions for that will be not this week, but the following week. And our big project for the year is our annual musical. We are doing Legally Blonde this year. Auditions are this week. We will be taking in a number of old faces, new faces to perform this. This goes up on February 2nd and 3rd.
A musical of Legally Blonde?
Yes.
Huh, that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen the movie, but never would have done it as a play. So is this a club, and who can join, who can audition, where and when do you meet?
It is a club. Anyone can join, whether you're a theater person or not, whether or not you have any acting or singing or dancing experience whatsoever, anyone is welcome to join. We meet every Monday at 7 p.m. in the Alumni Auditorium of the MSU. At those meetings, we will go over our general business, but then we'll do things like, we have open mic nights. We have monologue nights. We will do sometimes acting workshops. We'll do, last year we did a stage combat workshop. Generally a little bit of performing, acting, and you go and, you have a great time, you meet friends. So it's both social and educational, if you want to call it educational.
Mm-hmm. And can anyone audition, and where can they go to audition?
Well, anyone can audition provided they are either a student or some affiliation with the university. If you don't go here as a student, but you work in the dining halls, for example, we'd love to have you. If there's any professors listening, you're more than welcome to audition for us. You would audition if you're interested in Legally Blonde, for example. Tonight we will be teaching the dance part of the audition at 7 p.m. in the Little Theater of Schaefer. And then actual auditions will be Wednesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. in Rickenbach 117. Callbacks will be this Friday, and then the cast list will be sent out by email.
All right, and if you're not much of a singer, do they still need parts for the musical that are not so much singing parts, or should you be able to sing if you're auditioning for this musical?
If you want to audition for the musical, you don't have to be the greatest singer. We can always teach you a little bit. Most of the rehearsal process is going through and hammering out the details on songs. It's not so much the blocking, the dance. There's plenty of that as well. But you should have you should be willing to learn. That's the best way to put it, I think. But you can also join and do stage crew for us. You know, you can join to help us promote. There's always a way that you can get involved.
And do you have a website, a Facebook, an Instagram, a Twitter, or somewhere we can go?
We have all of those things. We have a Wix site online. Okay. We primarily use Facebook and Instagram. Our Facebook groups are how we reach out to members. We announce events through there a lot. But we have an Instagram, @_KU. We have a Twitter with, I believe, the same handle. If you just look us up on social media and add Kutztown on, you should be able to find us pretty easy.
And how long have you personally been into theater, or what got you into it?
I got into theater when I was in 5th grade. There was a short musical my elementary school was doing. They needed a German scientist as a character, and I was the only one who could do a German accent. I said, okay, this could be a good time. I got the entire audience to laugh at one point. I said, I can't throw or catch a ball, but I can make people laugh. So that's how I got into it. It's been a great way for me to make friends, which is one of the things I love about actors creating theater. We are very much a family here. It's great to see, freshmen or, new arrivals to campus just come here. If you don't have a theater major, you can at least find a club where you can perform, get on a stage, have fun, but also meet people who have the same interests.
And where can we go to get tickets to see a play or a musical, or when are they shown, or how do we go about seeing one of these?
If you would like to come out and see one of our productions, you can always stop by the MSU info desk and ask for sort of a listing of whatever's coming up. Usually our tickets go on sale a few weeks before the actual show itself. Except for our musicals, sometimes those go up during winter break. Okay. Often they're sold online. You can call the Schaefer Auditorium box office. Those are the main ways to get a ticket.
And how much does a ticket cost around?
For our plays, those usually go for about $5. They're closer to the $10 range for our musicals, and then sometimes we have a cabaret. We try and do one of those every year. Those are usually by donation. Okay. But we try and make it affordable for every college student or family member to be able to come out, see a great night of theater, and have some fun without breaking the bank.
Yeah, oh my gosh, no, I love that. I know, George, you're over in the room over there, so you don't get to be on this side of things. I don't know if you have any thoughts, questions, comments, concerns.
No, I think it's an awesome. I think it's an awesome thing that you guys are doing, considering it was a department that was cut a few years back here at the university. But being able to see you guys perform and really take a lot of time out of your guys' day, and then to try and put on a good show is really something cool. As somebody who has a family who has done community theater, that kind of thing, it's awesome to see you guys do that.
We really appreciate that. Thank you.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm having flashbacks. When I was in high school, I was on the costume crew for musical, and I know my sisters are both on the costume crew in our high school, and they do makeup and all that, and so I know there's lots of fun things to do.
There's so many little subdivisions of putting together a show. It's a little bit of everything,
Are there any final thoughts, words, or things you would like people to know about this?
Well, other than what I've already said, if you are listening to this and you're a member of the Kutztown community and you're curious about, performing in an open mic night, seeing what we're all about, Monday night, 7 p.m. in the Alumni Auditorium, we'd love to have you come out and say hello.
Well, thank you so very much for coming on to Kutztown Live this afternoon.
Thank you so much for having me.
It was wonderful to have you.
Glad to be here.
Thank you so much, and we'll be right back with more of Kutztown Live.
Como madre de dos, no paro, pero no importa qué tan ocupada esté, voy a vacunarme junto a mis hijos contra la influenza y le estoy aconsejando a todos los padres que hagan lo mismo. Es que la amenaza de la influenza es muy seria especialmente para los niños muy jóvenes, que son más vulnerables a presentar serias complicaciones por el virus de la influenza, incluyendo hospitalización y a veces la muerte. Por eso les estoy haciendo un llamado a todos los padres a que se vacunen junto a sus hijos. La vacuna es segura y es la manera más efectiva de prevenir la influenza. Solo piensa, si todos hacemos nuestra parte y nos vacunamos junto a nuestros hijos, estaremos haciendo lo mejor para proteger a nuestras familias y para ayudar a detener el contagio de la influenza. Para más información acerca de cómo puedes proteger a tu familia y ayudar a prevenir la influenza, visita flu.gov. Juntos podemos combatir la influenza. Es un mensaje del Departamento de Salud y Servicios Humanos y del Ad Council.
It's Telescopic Topics, a look into the world above us.
Rules and regulations set up by government entities govern our society. Most of these rules and regulations are set up to keep the world and its inhabitants safe. Things so small as not to jaywalk across the street to as large as the EPA's Clean Air Act. But with all this talk of satellites being launched into the Earth's orbit, have you ever wondered what rules and regulations do they follow? Well, allow me, Andrew Thompson on KUR, to explain. First, unlike the United Nations, which governs a lot of the world, there is no real council or organization that governs satellites. Each state adopts their own space laws and regulations. In saying that, some states would have better rules and regulations than other states. Although the Russians may have won the beginning stages of the space race against the U.S. is the world leader for regulations regarding space activity. Licensing laws are very simple, based off the International Outer Space Treaty. Each state is in charge of its own space activity, public and private. Private satellites must be authorized and supervised by the appropriate state party. So licensing is the easiest way to regulate things, creating a link to the state and the licensee. In terms of registration, each state is obligated to register satellites belonging to its public entities, national or private companies in its national register, and to register them with the UN Secretary General. Easy enough, right? But registration has been declining. In 1975, there were 0% of unregistered objects in space, but in 2004, there were 30.5, mainly because there is no set timeline as to when registration must be sent in. It's like getting an assignment from a professor with no due date. So many states either forget to turn it in or they do very late. Radio frequencies are the strictest and therefore the hardest to explain. When it comes to radio frequencies, nobody, national or international level, wants radio frequencies to interfere with anything. So the International Telecommunication Union, or the ITU, was set in place to govern. Essentially, depending on the mission and how big the satellite is how it's regulated to the ITU. But the states themselves are in charge of making sure they are up to standard with the ITU, prevent harmful interference, and make sure they have the license from the state. Last and definitely the least complicated rules are regulating space debris, which is literally just telling states to try to limit it. Just like telling people to try and keep the talking down on the library, for breaking these regulations, the state that did it would pay compensation to the state that it harmed. Pretty much, the bigger the damage, the blanker the check. Hopefully, I was able to shed some light on the behind-the-scenes of the rules and regulations regarding satellites.
Telescopic Topics, a look into the world above us. Stay tuned to KUR for more telescopic topics, and for more information or to hear the segment again, click on the Telescopic Topics icon on the KUR website at www.kutztown.edu/KUR. Telescopic Topics is a production of the KU Physical Sciences Department and is recorded by the KU astronomy students in the studios of KUR. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.
And welcome back to Kutztown Live, Kutztown University's campus and community talk show. We just heard from Ben Wynn, the president of Actors Creating Theater. He was here to promote a couple of the shows they have coming up and to talk about their club a little bit. We are now here with Courtney from ACE. Hello, Courtney, and welcome to Kutztown Live.
Hi, thank you. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Good.
So would you like to tell us a little bit about what events are coming up?
Yes, of course. Right now, the most important event that's coming up is our Washington, D.C. trip. That isn't until Saturday, October 24th. But our tickets are on sale today. At first it was at 11, now it's at 5, so come out and get your tickets for that.
And how much are those tickets?
Tickets are $10.
$10.
Hey.
Right.
Cash.
Don't try and break the bank. That's awesome.
Not at all. So then we have our Dorney Park Haunt. Our tickets already went on sale last month, but if you come on Friday the 13th, there may be people who don't show up, so you can go and get your ticket at the very moment.
All right, and how much are the Dorney Park Haunt tickets?
They're $10 as well.
They're also 10?
Yes.
All right.
Then we have annual story slam. The basis is free speech. So come out and tell your story about how you embrace free speech. That's on Tuesday, October 17th at 7 p.m. in the MSU 183. That's the Alumni Auditorium.
All right. Are there any other events and things coming up?
We have a couple of events for homecoming coming up. We have a magician. His name is Elliot Zimmett. That's on Tuesday, 7 p.m. at the MSU 218.
Is that free to go to, or do you have to get tickets for that?
Yes, that's free. Everybody is welcome. Please come out and see him.
I am so excited. I keep seeing this, and I wrote magician on my calendar on my fridge with my roommates, and they're like, why'd you write magician on the calendar? I'm like, there is a magician coming to Kutztown, so I am looking forward to that.
Yes. They actually saw him at our conference last year and thought he'd be good to bring in. So I'm excited to see him as well. Then we have Kinsey Sticks. That's actually on homecoming night. That's at 8 p.m. in Schaefer, also free. And it's about a group of guys who make politics funny. So they come, it's pretty much a skit type event where they talk about politics and world events, but it's funny.
Okay. I was wondering what that was because I never heard of them.
Yeah, they're really entertaining. So I think y'all should come out and see that. We have our Day of the Dead on Wednesday, October 30th. That's in MSU 218, the multi-purpose room. That's at 12 p.m. and it'll last for a couple hours. And mostly we're embracing Day of the Dead through the Latina Heritage event.
Isn't that this month? Isn't it Spanish Heritage Month?
It is. It starts September 15th, I believe, and runs to October 15th.
Okay.
Yes. And then lastly, this month we had the Haunted House. That's Tuesday, October 31st. At South Dining Hall, and we have other little events that'll be going on that same day in South, and that's free as long as you have a meal plan. Come in, swipe in, and enjoy our events.
And where can we go? I know you just told us a whole list of a bunch of events. Where can we go to find out more about these events or get more information? Definitely
You can come to any of our events, or you can come to our promo tables. Usually they're Tuesdays from 10:30 to 12:30 in MSU. Usually we're by the Bears Den, that's by Starbucks, or we're by Cub Cafe near the information desk, and you come in, ask questions, get more events, and maybe even join.
And if someone was looking to join, when does your club, the organization, meet, or where do they meet?
We meet on Mondays at 4:30 in the President's Room. That's 250 MSU. Come out and join. We have a lot of different committees that you can join. We have marketing, major programming, C-squared, social diversity, and excursions. So you can do a wide range of things. We also have this new thing called the associate member, where if you can't make our 4:30 meetings, you still get our minutes and you can come out and still plan our events.
All right, that's super cool. Is there anything else you would like the listeners to know this afternoon about the events coming up or the organization as a whole?
Yes, I want to let y'all know that y'all can come out at any point in the school year and the semester to join. It's not the beginning of the semester thing or end of the semester thing, but all throughout the whole year you can come out and join.
So how did you find ACE, and what made you join, and why are you so passionate about it?
I was actually at an event last year. It was a criminal justice event, And I've always did this type of thing during high school, so it was just the perfect fit. I love planning things. I love, to see my work prosper on campus and people enjoying it. So that's something that I enjoy.
What has been one of your favorite events that you have done or gone to?
Honestly, it was Wild 'N Out earlier this year. That wasn't my committee, but I did help a little. That was major programming. But I enjoyed it because I had never been to it on campus. I used to just watch it on TV. Mm-hmm. So able to see like how everything is worked out through that way, I enjoyed that a lot.
That's so cool. Every time I'm on Twitter, for some reason, like the Wild 'N Out freestyle raps come up, and I'll get stuck like watching like 50 of them in a row.
Yes.
Oh yeah. And so what year in school are you?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior?
Yeah.
Oh, so you just missed out a year for Chance the Rapper.
Yes. I keep hearing of him.
That was the greatest concert I've ever been to.
Wow.
I mean, I haven't been to many concerts in general, but like Schaefer was completely transformed that night. It was so much fun.
Yes, that's what I heard. Oh my gosh. But hopefully we're able to bring in somebody this year or next year.
Yeah.
Is there anyone that is in the works? Are we allowed to know anything? Or
nothing right now, but we are
top secret information. Come on.
All right. Well, that's super exciting. Hopefully because I'm also a junior, so hopefully for our senior year, maybe we'll have someone super
big,
cool,
yes.
like Chance the Rapper that he gets to talk about, someone we get to tell. Oh, guess who we saw?
That was pre-Chance the Rapper before he had like 3-4 Grammys, though.
Yeah.
So you can get him on the cheap.
You got to get someone up and coming, because I remember where I saw Demi Lovato in like Hershey Park's like mini indoor stadium thing, like in the park before she became famous. But it's always cool to be like, oh, I saw them before they were someone big and famous.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so very much, Courtney, for coming on to Kutztown Live this afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
Hopefully maybe you'll be back later in the semester to tell us a little bit more of events that are coming up.
Of course.
All right, we'll be back with more of Kutztown Live.
It's hard for me to talk about, but I remember I was late for work and I was speeding. Then I saw the car and I hit the car, and at that point I just remember everything in slow motion, the car wrapping around me, and I kept thinking to myself, this is it, I'm going to die. Instead I'm in the hospital, I'm going home tomorrow. But the hardest part with all this is with Andy. He doesn't look me in the eye anymore, he just kind of pats me on the hand. He probably knows that I know that he's going to leave me, and I can see that in his face just as clearly as I can see what I've done to mine.
Speeding gets you nowhere fast. A public service message brought to you by this station and the U.S. Department of Transportation.
History was made on today's date. Stay tuned for an American Minute with Bill Federer.
On October 3rd, 1789, from the capital of New York City, President George Washington issued the first proclamation of a national day of thanksgiving and prayer. There was reason to rejoice, as just 1 week earlier, the first session of Congress approved the first 10 amendments, better known as the Bill of Rights, thereby limiting the power of the federal government. Washington wrote, "Now therefore I do recommend the people of these United States to the service of that great and glorious being who is the beneficent author of all the good that was, that is, or that will be."
This has been an American Minute with Bill Federer. For a free transcript, call American Minute at 1-888-USA-WORD.
Kutztown University's Campus and Community Talk Show. Today, I am here with Kyrie from the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People on Kutztown's campus. Hello and welcome.
Hello. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming on this afternoon. So, do you want to tell us a little bit about what exactly you do?
Yes, I'm the president of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People here on the Kutztown University campus. We're a civil rights-based organization. We have the nickname that we're the largest, the oldest, the baddest, the boldest, the most loved, the most hated, the most feared and revered, the most cussed and discussed civil rights organization in America. It was founded by W. Du Bois in 1909, and we represent a diverse group of individuals racing from all kinds, all nations. That's who we represent, and we're known for beating cases such as in 1954, the Brown versus Board of Education case. We have fought for the voting rights for African Americans. LGBTQ rights is important to us, and so basically we are based here in Kutztown University, and we want to invite the Kutztown campus to come out to one of our meetings.
And where and when do you meet?
We hold our meetings at the Multicultural Center here on the south side of campus at 7 o'clock on Tuesdays.
And is there like a Facebook page or a website or an Instagram or anything we can go to find out a little bit more information?
Yes, you can go to our Instagram. We have our Instagram page up. It is KUNAACP. KUNAACP. Or you can email myself at kcrei343@live.kutztown.edu.
And are there any final thoughts or things you would like people to know?
Yes, we are gearing up to have a great semester here at Kutztown. We have some things in the working to have panel discussions and to also have a couple of marches here at KU. So we're gearing up to have an awesome civil rights-based semester.
And just out of curiosity, what types of had there been any events in the past few years that you guys have done? Or
Yes, under our former administration, we have had events such as it was the KU. You talk about things that's going on with the KU campus. We have talked. We also have women empowerment sessions. We have had empowerment sessions for the brothers. So we had all types of things that we did last year and the years since.
Okay. And anyone can come to these meetings?
Yes. Anyone can come. We don't discriminate. It's not just for the colored people. It's an organization based for everyone, and we just focus on injustices in America or injustice on this campus, and we just want to make an impact on this campus.
All right. Well, thank you so much for stopping by the KUR studios.
Thank you for having me today.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Mad Dogs in Kutztown voted best new restaurant in Kutztown. Burgers, hot dogs, breakfast sandwiches, priding themselves in the freshest homemade foods. Mad Dogs invites everyone to enjoy outdoor seating, providing fast, free, no minimum delivery anywhere on campus in all of Kutztown. 484-648-2808. 484-648-2808. Open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Soon everything will be alright. Hot dog. We're gonna have a ball.
What is that?
Oh, it's my time machine.
Does it work?
Sure, just hit this button.
Whoa, dinosaurs. Cool.
Or we can go here.
Hey, that's Napoleon.
Oui.
Or we can go to the future.
Wow, hey, you have this nice house. Do I have a nice house?
No, you didn't save any money, always spent it on vacations and stuff.
If only there was a way I could go back in time and correct that bad habit.
Yep.
Okay, the time machine is not real, but the saving thing is. Get in the habit of putting some of your money in savings each week through a 401k, savings account, or financial investments. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ideas and easy tips on saving, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
What does this crazy little button do?
Wait, no!
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Hey, you're listening to Off the Top Rope. your local spot for anything and all things WWE here at Kutztown University on every other Monday at 5 p.m. Or if you can't catch that, we're right online for you, www.kutztown.edu/KUR. Here on the radio voice of Kutztown, KUR.
Hello and welcome back to Kutztown Live, Kutztown University's campus and community talk show. You just heard from Kyrie, the president of the NAACP here on Kutztown's campus. And right before that, we spoke to Courtney from ACE. She was here to promote some of the events and things that are going on here on Kutztown's campus and things that are soon to come up in the future. And also before that, we spoke to Ben Wynn from ACT to talk about some of the plays and musicals that are going to be coming up in the future and how to take part and be a part of that. Here now is George and I just to have some time to chat about some things going on here on campus, here in the world, and things of the like. George Fladeland is running for Homecoming King here in Kutztown, so be sure to vote for him. George, I know you are much more into sports and football than I. I don't know if you went to the game in Westchester, but if you can give us a little bit of maybe a recap of what happened this weekend.
Yeah, this weekend it was a good game. A little tough, though. Couldn't quite get the W against the Golden Rams down in Westchester. I was still able to listen to the game here on the radio voice of Kutztown University, KUR, through the radio waves on my phone. It was tough. We tied the game. It looked like it was going to go overtime, and then Westchester had a huge end of the game drive that really sealed the deal for them. And ultimately, we couldn't come up with this one. It was a good game though, from what I heard. Matt Santos and Greg Bamberger on the call for that one. So it was a good game. Couldn't quite get the W, though.
This upcoming weekend, I believe they're going to be at Bloomsburg, correct?
Yes, they will.
Is that right?
They will. It'll be another big, important battle if they want to stay on track for the PSAC East. We just got to hope that Westchester slips up here in the next few weeks. Otherwise, we probably won't have a shot at that PSAC East title. But, hey, Westchester can always lose. PSAC East is always tough, so.
I was up in Shippensburg this weekend visiting my friend for the weekend. I went to the Shippensburg versus Lockhaven game. And it was, when you're there, every time Shippensburg gets a touchdown, they literally fire off a cannon that just shakes the whole stadium. Every time it went off, I was just completely terrified because it was just the weirdest thing. I don't know, it was just so odd, but they're like, your school doesn't do that? I'm like, I don't know, it was just, my heart would shake every time it went off.
We have the Kutztown Fire Department come, and they'll rev the engine and do the sirens, so that's what we have.
Yeah, that's a little
better. We have the bear roar.
Uh-huh.
It was a horrible
roar.
It's
not as scary as an actual cannon being fired off. Today is October 3rd, and it is Mean Girls Day. All fans of the movie Mean Girls know exactly about this and have been waiting for this day. It is the day that Aaron Samuels turns around in math class and asks Katie Heron what day it is, and it's October 3rd. Last year it was a Wednesday, and of course, I don't know, on Wednesdays we wear pink. Have you seen the movie Mean Girls? I don't want to be...
Of course I've seen the movie.
Okay, just double checking.
I haven't seen many movies, but that is one of the few that I have seen, and it's just a classic. It's a cult movie.
Uh-huh.
It's one of those movies where my mom was like, "You're watching this?" I was like, "Mom, no, you have to sit down and watch it." And so now she'll like quote the movie too.
I remember I was one of the last people of my friends to see it. I remember I sat down in my friend's living room. It was like me, her, and her mom, and we watched it. And I was like, I've not seen this, but I know there's a lot of lines that come from that. Even in my classes now, it's one of those movies that teachers take movie clips out of and will like show different parts of. She was just trying to make fetch happen. That was just a movie clip in my last class about words and what they mean and knowing different things.
That's so fetch.
Stop trying to make fetch happen.
It's not going to.
Last week, I always say there's some national holiday every week.
You're good at that.
On a Tuesday. Thank you. I think last week was like pancakes or something like that. Maybe that was the week before.
Yes, it was National Pancake Day.
National Pancake Day. There's always.
I did not have a single pancake that day.
I did not either. But
what is it today?
Today, in case you did not know, is National Boyfriend Day.
Boo.
So all over Instagram and Twitter, you see the couples loving up on each other for National Boyfriend Day.
It's weird. It's like PDA on social media. Like, we don't want to see that. Granted, I am a boyfriend, but like, come on.
I think it's cute. I posted pictures today.
I saw my girlfriend this weekend, so that's good.
I'll admit to it. I posted like 4 pictures on Twitter. I like went through and did a little hashtag.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm one of them.
Are you one of those people that like will pull it out from like pull out a photo for whatever it is? It doesn't have to be National Boyfriend Day, but like you'll go back like a year, 2 years, and like I can't imagine doing that because I have so many photos. So like, do you just literally scroll through every 1,000 photos that you have?
I'm more like of a recent photo user type gal.
You're not one of those like OG people.
Every once in a while, it depends on the national holiday day. Depends what it is, what I'll post. Like, I know, like, there's like National Dog Day, which I also feel like happens like 6,000 times a year.
That is true.
But like, I have like some really good pictures of my dog, Gibby. Shout out to Gibby.
Gibby.
But they're from like a long, long time ago, but like those I'll pull. But like me and my friends, if it's like National Best Friend Day, I'll find like our most recent ones. Or if it's like my friend from like a long time ago, like growing up, I'll have like an old picture and a recent picture. I don't know.
That's cute. It's so cute.
I always try to stay on trend with everything.
Good for you. I'm horrible at that.
Not really. So 3 days ago, Luke Bryan announced that he will be a judge on American Idol, along with Katy Perry and Lionel Richie. George is giving me a look.
Did we talk about that last time?
We did, but we didn't know who the new guests, the new people were, and this was just announced over the weekend.
Didn't you say that we had Katy Perry?
We had Katy Perry. She was known. She was the only one. She was known.
Okay, I did. Okay, I do recollect this. I had some deja vu there. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
No, she was the only one, and like people were going to audition, and she was just the only judge sitting there. Imagine singing to just Katy Perry. You and Katy Perry in a room. What would you sing to her?
What would I sing?
Yeah, if it was
to Katy Perry.
Yeah.
Like to get on
American Idol. If you had to impress Katy Perry.
Probably sing Killers, Mr. Brightside.
Okay.
That's my go-to.
Is that your go-to?
That's my go-to at Shorty's, yeah.
Okay.
They come on Tuesdays.
All right. But yeah, along with Katy Perry is Lionel Richie and Luke Bryan. They will be the judges for this year.
It's an eclectic mix.
And
got the old school, got the new school, got some country in there.
Yeah, so
some pop.
It should definitely be quite an interesting year. And again, Ryan Seacrest will be hosting the show.
That guy, how old is that guy?
If I could be anyone for a day, I would love to be Ryan Seacrest. I think.
Really?
Yes, really. I
feel like he's at the crack of dawn though, doing radio, right?
You think?
I
mean, I hear him on the radio all the time, but I think he's that person that does a little bit of every single thing. Like he's on the TV, he hosts the show.
He's not very tall.
No, people say that he's like super short.
Yeah, he's 5'8". I'm taller than Ryan Seacrest.
You know his height, like right off the top of your head?
No. I have the interweb in front of me. Excuse me.
So you're looking up his height.
The World Wide Web, yes.
Okay, how tall are you though?
I'm 5'9", 5'10".
Okay, so
if you got my lifts on, you know,
a little
probably
taller
5'11".
Then. No, but I definitely think he has just a cool life, cool time. I'd exchange lives with him for a day just to do that. I don't know, hosting a show like that. I mean, this is, I guess, hosting a show, but...
We are hosting a show. We just don't get paid millions of dollars, but...
Yeah, right. I wish.
But, you know, whenever the university wants to throw us some money, hey, I'm not going to say no.
No. Oh, no, of course not. But
when was he born? He was born... Guess when he's born. How old do you think Ryan Seacrest is?
How old do I think Ryan Seacrest is? I'm getting...
He looks like he's 20.
He does look like he's young, but I feel like he's old. But I don't want to say 35 because he's definitely older than his 30s. But I feel like once I say...
Come on, take a guess.
I'm going to say 49.
Is that your final answer?
49 is my final
49.
answer.
Wow, you're not giving him any kind of credit. He's 42.
Okay. Wow. I was going to say... Wow. Okay. 42. When's his birthday?
49. He thought he was 49?
I mean, I understand he's got like some wrinkles in him, but like 49, like I would have probably said 43, 45,
43?
to be honest. But he was born December 24th, 1974 in Atlanta, Georgia.
All right. Happy birthday, upcoming Ryan Seacrest.
In like
December.
2 months.
When's your birthday?
December 15th.
All right, so that's coming up. How old will you be?
22.
22.
Yeah, I'll be old.
Wow.
I'm an old head.
Wow, I just turned 20 in July.
Good for you.
So I'm still a youngin'.
Don't turn 21. You spend a lot of money.
So I've heard. All my friends are turning 21, and I'm going to be the last one of all of them. So it's
Yeah,
sad.
that's probably best.
No, it's sad. But it is what it is. Like last week, I had 3 quotes, and I could not find 3 that could live up to the 3 that I said last week. So
I liked the ones last week.
I know, and so I was...
They were on fire, except the one. But I remember the other 2 were
They were
straight
good.
fuego.
And so
They were
these
fire.
These are very... Okay, so I did find these 3 on Pinterest, and so they're very Pinteresty.
Pinterest.
I love Pinterest. I've just
I'm
made
not a
like
Pinterest
6
person.
boards today. I think it's more for like girls and like moms type thing. My mom used to go to, I can't think of what it was called. It was like a Pinterest party where they'd go and they'd like have lunch. They'd make like a Pinterest craft together. And
I'll make Pinterest a movement.
I like it a lot. There's cool stuff. Cool. I like looking at the fall decorations and recipes and things.
No, that's probably the best, I guess, social media app to like follow someone to like for gifts, right?
Oh yeah.
Like if somebody has a gift and you have no idea, you just follow them on like some like a new account that you'll make, and then you follow them just so
You can see what they like.
See what they like, and then they're like, "How did you know I like this?" And they won't ever know.
It's good
They'll
to
never know.
find things for people to make. Like you can look up like, I don't know, if you need a gift for your dad or your mom or anyone, you can just make it. Like, I don't know.
If you can make gifts on there.
Well, they like give you ideas
Oh, I
on
thought you
like
said-
how to make them.
Oh, I thought you said GIF. Not
Oh,
gift.
no. Gifts.
Presents.
Presents. Yeah. So I don't know, they have cool ideas on there. So here are my 3 quotes. I know they won't live up to last week's, but they're still, I think they're cute.
Okay.
So the first one is, let your smile change the world, but don't let the world change your smile. It's very typical, but I think it's cute. Like, don't let the world bring you down. Like, let your smile change the world.
It's very good.
It's all right. Another one just says, do something today that your future self will thank you for. I always think,
Go to class. Just go to class.
yep.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yep, I have not missed a class yet this semester. I know this is the 6th week. We're already, in
Good
2
for
more
you.
weeks, it'll be halfway through, and I've not missed
You're
a class
very
yet.
inspirational. You know that?
I woke up and I had 15 minutes to get to class, and I got there, I threw on clothes, brushed my teeth, ran out the door, and I made it. So
Good for you.
I've been doing all right.
I made all my classes today. All one of them.
Today. All right, we don't need to hear about the rest of the weeks. But then the last quote is, the smallest step in the right direction can turn out to be the biggest step of your life. So I think it's just taking that little risk here and there could mean a lot.
It's very true. Very philosophical of you.
They're not as long or as in-depth as the last week's, but they were what I
like
could
the
find
smile
for
one,
this
though.
week. All right.
Smile.
Thank you. I know I always ask you about movies, and usually you haven't seen any of the ones that I say.
It's pretty good, yeah.
But I saw...
A horrible track record.
This past weekend, I saw Flatliners. Have you heard about that? Have you seen it? Did you know anything about it?
I have no idea what it is, but what I can say is that a flat line is like when somebody's dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
They
on the
flatline.
boop 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 boop, and then they flatline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all I know.
Well, yeah, so I saw... Apparently there was an old version of this, and now it was apparently a remake, which I didn't know. And
Just like it.
Just like it. But I never saw the old version of this movie either, so I can't say anything about the old version. But it is like that. There were a bunch of medical school... not medical school learners, students in medical school.
There you
wow.
go.
There were a bunch of students in medical school, and this one girl wanted to know, like, if there's an afterlife, like what happens when you die or something like that. And she's like, I'm going to flatline for 1 minute. You're going to bring me back all this stuff. And so they do it. And then all of that. And then she like is really smart and can do all these crazy things. And she can like access parts of her brain that she couldn't before. And so then all these students take turns like flatlining just so they can like increase their knowledge and like all this crazy stuff. But like they don't know that. It's just a crazy movie. But
that sounds like, I don't even know.
It
just sounds out there.
So the preview for it was good. I was petrified. My friends and I, because we saw it up in Shivers, and my friend Emily and I, we were holding each other's hands. Like, that was probably one of the scariest movies I've ever seen. It was terrifying. But it had, like, really bad reviews. I don't know if it was just me, the night, the atmosphere, but it was so scary. I thought it was really good. So that's my movie update.
As I said, scary movies are terrible. And I just like to make jokes throughout them because I get really scared otherwise.
Because, like, after they flatlined, like, something from their past came with them to haunt them for the rest of their life. Like, it was crazy.
Ew.
So it was terrifying.
Boo. Like I said, the world's so scary today.
It really is.
Doesn't even, you don't even have to watch a scary movie.
No, you don't. It is.
I mean, after everything that happened in Las Vegas, yesterday?
I guess it was 2 nights ago. Was it? Because yesterday we heard about it, but it was the night before.
Something like that.
But oh my gosh, I could have cried. That was terrifying to hear.
I couldn't do it.
I didn't even hear about it until I was sitting in class and I like opened my phone and I saw like in the news thing. It was all over everything and I was like, what the heck is this? And I asked the girls like sitting at my table. It was you're in my Woman in the Arts class. That's where it was when I heard about it. But
I was probably still asleep.
Sitting in that class, and it was just crazy. And they had like video. It was crazy seeing the videos. I don't know if you watched any of the videos of like what was actually happening. Oh, it was sickening to my stomach.
I mean, it's just completely graphic and like you can't even imagine because they're all just trying to enjoy themselves, have a good time at a concert, and then shots out of nowhere. Like it's just sad.
Oh, it
really is sad.
It was horrible, and there's been like videos of like on Facebook all day and like in the news, like just everything. That's all it's been, and it is horrible.
Gosh, and then the CBS person, employee for CBS, said something terrible, saying how like, oh, it doesn't matter because mainly Republicans go to country music concerts, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
I know what you're talking about.
Are you kidding me? Like somebody died. Like at least 50 people confirmed.
58.
Yeah.
No.
People died. And you're going to say something like that. Like, do you not have any like empathy like for the world or like anyone? That's just sickening.
No, I could not. Yeah, I think I heard what you're saying and I know.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy. And everyone has their crazy different opinions about it and everything and I don't know. It's just sad.
We live in a scary world.
It is. You don't need to. Oh my goodness.
There's something more uplifting.
Yeah, I know.
Actually no, a lot of bad things happened too. Hugh Hefner died.
Tom Petty. Apparently. That's why now this is sad. We need something.
I know. We should have said this first and then like your inspirational quotes.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness.
That's a big L on my part.
Let's see what we can make happy. It is finally fall and it is starting to feel like fall and
that is true.
And I was like, what's some fall things to do around here? And I remember last week I mentioned Grimm's Orchard. And it's not a far drive from KU. It's off Shantz Road. It's about like 10-ish, 15 minutes away.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking on their website because I always see that, every sorority girl seems to go there and they take pictures in the pumpkin fields and all that stuff. But I was looking at that because, of course, I love to go like pumpkin picking and apple picking. And they do all of that every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. They're open for apple picking.
Ooh.
Have you ever been apple picking?
I probably went when I was little.
Have you ever gone like strawberry? I was just strawberry picking this summer.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
fun. We make like strawberry jam. And then like now in the fall, we have like those old fashioned like triangle things. You like cook the apples and you stir them and you make like homemade applesauce.
What? I've never had that before.
So
Come to your house.
yeah, coming over.
Come back to Lancaster.
Right. And so you can go pumpkin picking there, and they have Fall Fest organization things going on there all throughout this month, and so that's not a far drive, so it's definitely something anyone can stop by and do here in Kutztown if you're looking for something fun to do on a weekend or during the week in the evenings. Like Courtney said when she stopped in to talk about Ace, homecoming is coming up on Saturday, October 28th.
Yeah, boy.
And she said the Kinsey Six are a political talk funny group. I don't know how you would describe that.
Please make politics funny, like somehow, some way, because it's really depressing.
So I thought it was a band. I've not heard of them, but I'll have to look them up. Maybe it'll be something to go and see, but that's exciting. On their website, it says, come back and celebrate all it means to be golden. So I know a lot of alumni from all different organizations come back for the football game and for all different things to celebrate being a member of Kutztown University.
Always a good time.
Today, there is a field hockey game at 7. It is the Golden Bears versus Millersville. That is here in Kutztown.
It should be a good game. Millersville won the national title only like 2-3 years ago in field hockey. Oh, yeah.
Really?
Field hockey in this area is really good.
Really?
Really good. I mean, the women's national team is in Lancaster at the Spooky Nook Sports place. Yeah, that's where they're housed and everything. And I remember like a bunch of like our high schools even were like really good at field hockey.
Yeah.
Penn Manor was always good. Warwick, those schools.
Our school's pretty all right in sports, I think.
Yeah, we've been all right at field hockey.
On Wednesday, tomorrow, October 4th, from 7:30 a.m. to 2 in the afternoon, the Art History Club is having a book sale. I could not find the exact location of this sale that is going on, but keep your eye out if you're into art history and you like books.
Ayo.
Also, I didn't know our school had this or what it is, but I saw it on the list of events that are going on today. The Meditation Club. I know you mentioned you used to take part in yoga classes, but there's a meditation club that meets at 6 p.m. to... Wait, I'm sorry. Maybe it's mediation. I don't know. I think it's meditation club. Hold on, I have a pain in my chest. From 6:30 to 7:30 in the MS meditation. Yeah, this says meditation. It's the meditation club. Excuse me, I'm having a moment. Meets from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. in the MSU room 312.
What day?
Oh my goodness, I took a picture. Wow, this is just greatly organized. I think it's also on Wednesday, October 4th. Let me just double check.
Wednesdays we wear pink. We meditate.
Wednesdays the 4th at 6 p.m. to 7:30 is the meditation club. If you want to meditate and need some rest in your life.
I'm thinking about that.
Also,
I'm serious. Like we got a bunch of like finals and tests coming up. People
Do
have to.
Do you have a lot coming up?
Yeah.
Really?
Got a lot of projects and stuff personally.
I have a few projects coming up.
But I mean, like, I don't know, college students, we have busy lives. You know, we have all these like expectations of grades and working and being involved and blah 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 blah. Like you need like some kind of like a meditation club to help you out. Really,
right.
Meditation club. I like it when we have the animals on campus.
Yes, that is.
Pet.
I love
pet therapy
that.
days. Oh, love
yes,
it.
The little goats. They literally bring like a mini petting zoo. They do. So I don't know. That's.
And then they put hay inside of
the MSU.
The MSU,
right up
yeah.
Here. They literally transform the one room into like a little zoo.
Oh yeah.
Inside.
I'm all about that.
One year, I think it was the year before I was here, and I'm so sad. They had like a teacup pig, like a little pig, there, and people could like hold it and take pictures with it.
I held that one.
Did you? Oh, I've always wanted a little teacup pig like as a pet. Like I think they're so cute, and I'm so sad I missed that year that it was here. I guess. So I don't know. That's sad.
That's fun.
Also, coming up this week on October 5th, from 5 o'clock to 6:30. Is a rare opportunity to learn valuable partner dance skills for use in social settings. You can learn how to swing dance, how to cha-cha, how to waltz, how to foxtrot, and much more. It is open to anyone and everyone. This on October 5th, located in room 280 in Old Main.
I'm down for that.
I don't know. You live in Lancaster, so have you ever been to they have like the swing dance clubs have you ever heard about them or known
I've
people
heard
that go?
about them. Yeah, I never went, but I heard about them.
I took a hip hop class when I was in the 6th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot dance. I cannot sing, but I enjoy dancing and singing both. But my one friend invited me to the swing dance club, and so I went one night, and that was definitely an interesting time. They do like a whole hour lesson before. They teach you like all the different moves that you're going to be doing, and then they do like it's just crazy like partner dancing, and you like run up and like everybody dances with everyone. It's just
nice.
Quite interesting. And I don't know if you remember in our high school, we had a musical theater class.
Never took it.
Mr. Wagner
took
that
Shout out to
taught
Mr.
that
Wagner.
class, and you had to learn how to like waltz and how to dance, and you had to like perform.
What?
In that class. Oh my gosh.
Why did I never take that?
Oh, it was like you got to learn like Mr. Wagner was teaching us like the tap dances and the waltz and the ballets and everything. That was a fun class. There was like 6 of us in that class. It was really small, but it was a lot of fun. We like had to sing and dance. Like we had to perform songs from musical theaters. I performed Fabulous from High School Musical by Sharpay.
Of course you did.
So it was a fun time. High school was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun classes. I took metal shop and wood shop.
What? You took that?
Yeah.
I always wanted to.
Oh, they were my favorite classes. I loved them both. It looks like our time this afternoon is coming to a close. So thank you for tuning in today. Thank you to all our guests this afternoon. Thank you to Ben from ACT and Courtney from ACE and Kyrie from the NAACP. Thank you all for coming and speaking to us on Kutztown Live.
And if you are a club member of an organization here at Kutztown University or a business downtown, feel free to hit up Kutztown University Radio, Juliana Jablonski, myself, George Fladeland on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. We're everywhere. Feel free, and we'd love to have you on the show.
Yes, we would. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we will talk to you next Tuesday at 3 with more of Kutztown Live.
We out.